Once upon a time, in an age of great voyages and unpredictable seas, there was a young steward who traveled with a captain throughout the summer. The captain liked him. He was tall, helpful, and always in good spirits, always ready to lend a hand on deck like a true sailor. When autumn came and the ship was preparing to set sail again, the young man grew restless. Something inside him said he shouldn't board. Even so, he didn't want to leave the captain's side and stayed on board while the others went to trade for firewood at a nearby farm. On that silent Sunday, while alone on the ship, the young man settled in the forward cabin until he heard voices. He peeked through a crack, and what he saw left him in shock. 3 large black crows perched on the beams above deck, speaking like humans. He soon realized they weren't real crows. They were witches in disguise, the wives of the captain and the 2 stewards. They were tired of their husbands and were secretly conspiring to kill them. "We'll sink the ship with all the men aboard," said one of them. "We'll become giant waves and the sea will do the rest." But one of them warned, "There is a counter spell. If someone throws 3 bundles of birch wood into the sea, branch by branch, and the last one snaps, it will be our end." They laughed loudly, flew out the hatch like crows, and vanished into the sky. The young man remained frozen, shaken by every word. He knew his life, and the lives of all the men, now depended on him. The next day, when the ship was ready to depart, the young man refused to board. Neither pleading nor promises could convince him, until he said, "I will go only if you buy 3 bundles of birch wood, full length, no bargaining, and more. I want to command the ship for 1 day." Everyone was stunned. A mere steward, demanding command, but something in his voice was too firm to ignore. The captain, unwilling to lose the boy's service, gave in. The bundles were bought, the sails hoisted, and so the ship departed. When the sea stretched as far as the eye could see, a violent wind struck them. The sails nearly tore. The ship threatened to capsize. But the young man ordered, "Throw the first bundle of birch into the sea, branch by branch, one at a time." The crew, now obedient, did as he said. When the last piece hit the water, a roar was heard, as if an invisible beast had been wounded, and then the sea grew calm. "Praise be to the heavens," the men shouted, but the young man replied, "We're not done. The worst is yet to come." Another gust hit them, even stronger. It was merciless. The crew trembled with fear. "The second bundle," cried the young man. Once more, branch by branch, they threw the wood into the sea. When the last piece fell, another deep roar, and again the sea went silent. Then came the third gale, stronger than anything they had ever faced. The ship shook, men wept. The young man, steady, ordered the third and final bundle be cast into the sea. When the last piece fell, a final roar, like a death scream, and then all went still. The sea turned smooth as glass, but blood red. The horizon was stained crimson, and the wind was gone. When they reached land, the captain and the steward said, "Let's tell our wives everything." But the young man replied, "There's no need. They're no longer there." He told them everything he had witnessed. The wives, who were witches, were never seen again after the storm. And from that day on, no one, absolutely no one, ever heard of them again.